Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the fourth episode, I believe. I gotta start writing this down. Of
Fourth. It is the fourth.
the fourth, like the Four Horsemen
That's
of
right.
Frenzy Talk. It's everybody's favorite time of the night. Frenzy Talk.
Or everybody's least favorite part of the night, depending on how you look at it.
True. So this is the part of the show where we talk about different things. We don't have any pay-per-view for wrestling tonight, so
We do have a lot to talk about.
we do. Opening up, starting off right off with some NASCAR for you guys. Like I said, I worked hard today on the sheets, so we're gonna go over the new NASCAR sheets a little bit for you guys. Sorry, you guys don't have a copy of it in front of you. First up, the first NASCAR race is February 18th, and it's called Clash at Daytona. It's not for any points; it's only for money. So the winner of the race gets I think, pretty nice payday, I believe. I'm sure in the millions of dollars.
I think we'll end up covering that for you too. Now Jamie's got all the sheets figured out. We might as well.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, February 18th. So 2 weeks away. Clash at Daytona. And it's no longer the Sprint Cup anymore. It's called Monster Energy now. Which I also changed that on the sheets too. So you'll see that at the top it says Monster Energy. And I actually put a Monster logo on there for you guys too. The next race will be February 26th. And that also will be at Daytona 500. And that is your first race, first big race of the year, Daytona 500. The changes that have been made to the sheets this year. First up, you will see no longer Tony Stewart and Carl Edwards on the sheet anymore because they've both retired. Tony Stewart, I believe, is he's still racing, but I think he's only doing like dirt tracks.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's kind of gone back down to like the not as big of races anymore.
Right.
And Carl Edwards, there's been talks that he might be a commentator or something along that lines, or a analyst for like Fox Sports or ESPN, but nothing's been confirmed on that one yet. And then Greg Biffle, him and his sponsor team that he raced for had a falling out of some kind, and so he's not being sponsored by them anymore. And so I don't know if that means he's retiring or if he just can't find anybody to sponsor him right now. So he's not on the sheet anymore, too. They have been replaced by Kyle Larson, who I believe we've said his name a few times. I think he's come in the top 3 a couple of times for us last year. And Austin Dillon, which I believe I remember saying his name, I think, a couple times, too. And then also returning back from his, was it a concussion, I believe it was, or was it a back?
Concussion,
yeah. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is back racing again. A couple of the other changes. Kurt Busch has switched from Chevy, and he's now driving Ford. Kevin Harvick also switched from Chevy and is now driving a Ford. Martin Truex Jr. switched from Toyota to Chevy. Brad Keselowski switched from Chevy to Ford. Danica Patrick switched from Chevy to Ford. And Clint Bauer switched from Chevy to Ford. So it kind of looks like a lot of people have jumped from Chevy and went to Ford.
Yes, that's kind of weird.
So I'm kind of not sure why that is. I don't know if just Chevy maybe isn't as good anymore for NASCAR. I don't know. Can't really give you an answer on that one. And then there was a couple number changes, but I haven't been able to get those yet because they have not released yet what that driver's number logo is going to look like. So, but that's not a huge deal. I think one of them was Clint Bauer he switched from 15 to 14. And I don't know why he did that one either.
Just because.
What?
Just because.
Just because he can. He will. Oh, boy. Let's see what else we got for you.
So it's National Sign Day this weekend. I just going over a couple of the, this isn't even the big ones. This is our locals here in Lenawee County who signed with a couple of teams here. We have Clinton running back Cordell Hernandez and Tecumseh wide receiver Jordan Patterson. They signed to Albion College and Siena Heights University. So congratulations to them. This is per the Adrian Daily Telegram. Those are the big names. Who's this other guy here? Patterson. Give me a first name here. Oh, Patterson was saying that he had injured himself, and those teams are the ones that kept an interest in him. So, let's see. Onstead lineman Connor McClure has decided to play football at Olivet College. Lenawee County Defensive Player of the Year linebacker Nick Feekings of Hudson is looking at Trine or Albion. Lenawee Christian running back and defensive lineman Jared Pender is also considering Olivet. Madison linebacker Donovan Slates, who was named the All-Star second team by Associated Press, has committed to Albion. So there we go. That's a few of our local talents, according to the Lenawee Daily Telegram. You can look at that article yourself. I posted it to the Sports Frenzy page. As long as the Telegram don't pull it down. Sometimes they don't like that I use their articles and they pull them down. So,
posted this cool image. It has every NXT champion ever in WWE's NXT development thing here. Some of the names you guys are going to recognize: Bo Dallas, Seth Rollins, Neville, Big E, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode, and Samoa Joe. I believe that's all of them there. I just listed them all. That's 10 guys. Who is your favorite NXT champion?
That's a tough one. That's you notice I hadn't commented on that yet because that's a tough. There's a lot of good ones in there.
Yeah,
but
you know who I'm gonna say?
I'm still Finn, pretty much Finn Balor.
Yep.
Is that who you got also?
Yep. Got to go with Finn or Shinsuke.
Yeah. I never realized, because that was before my time of the network, I never realized that Seth Rollins was actually the first ever NXT champion.
Yep, he was.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that on the network. Because that's in that first season, right? Or was that even before they started their programming on the network?
I don't know. I just remember he talks about Dusty Rhodes handing him over the NXT title. So
I'll have to check it out. I've been going to go back and watch the whole first season of NXT just to see what these guys looked like before they were big, because I didn't really follow a lot of those guys then. I went to NXT, I think it wouldn't even been the second. Yeah, it would have been second or third season. I don't even know where they're at now, but I came in later during the later batch guys that are in there now, like Neville and Finn and all those guys.
Yeah, my first NXT experience was, I believe it was NXT, and it was main event with Sami Zayn versus, I want to say Neville, and That's when Kevin Owens at the end popped up, power bombed him on the ring apron there, and Finn Balor became the #1 contender. So
I didn't realize. It took me a while to put together that Corey Graves used to actually wrestle on NXT.
yeah, he was teamed up with Neville. They were tag team champions. But Corey Graves can't wrestle anymore because of too many concussions.
Right.
Colts punter Pat McAfee has announced his retirement from the NFL at the age of 29. Kind of young for a
that is kind of young, really.
For a punter and kicker. Usually punters and kickers last to their at least their 40s.
Yep.
I'm excited. Michigan signed a 5-star recruit.
Several 5-star recruits, actually.
Yeah, that's awesome. Bad news for Seth Rollins fans. Seth Rollins is going to be out 4 to 6 months, most likely. The knee injury suffered by Samoa Joe attacked on Raw. I think they're saying it was his possible MCL, I believe they're saying. Which I believe that puts him... he'll miss his second straight WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
Which
because they said... What, they say 6 to 8 weeks they're looking at?
I've heard 6 to 8 weeks, which 6 to 8 weeks. Let's see. Let me see how many weeks we have till WrestleMania. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I know they were saying that they were already looking at alternative plans for
Triple H.
Samoa Joe.
Oh, yeah. I kind of like to see a Samoa Joe Brock Lesnar.
Samoa Joe put a heck of a beating on him. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a pretty brutal beatdown from Samoa Joe. For those of you that, if you have Comcast, you can actually get the replay of Raw and SmackDown on Saturday nights on Universal, I think is the network. If you have Vudu, or I mean not Vudu, Hulu. If you get Hulu, you can get it right now, I believe. And you can see what happened, the beatdown that Seth Rollins took from Samoa Joe. It was pretty brutal, actually. Sold it well.
So I just click on this. It should have a countdown until WrestleMania.
We might actually be able to find that footage and post it to our Facebook page as well.
Yeah, I'm curious when it happened exactly. Do they have a countdown yet? They do not have a countdown yet. We still have a couple pay-per-views yet till WrestleMania. So, but I believe we're 8 weeks away. So if he holds true to that 6 to 8 weeks, he should be back in time for WrestleMania. National Signing Day, Alabama finishes with, of course, #1 class for the 7th straight year. The Tigers will be starting up spring training here real soon.
Yes, looking forward to some baseball this year.
Just in, the Detroit Lions unveil new uniforms prior to the NFL draft. It sounds like they're dropping the black outline.
Yeah,
And
they've got it's either silver or gray outline around where the black lining was. It's like no major change at all.
No.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with the uniforms.
Oh, Ken Hitchcock has been relieved of his duties, and Mike Yeo will take over as head coach effective immediately. So it sounds like he's already the head coach. It sounds like NHL.
Assuming for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I don't know if that's for the rest of the season or if that's from permanently. I'm not sure. The NHL is doing this cool thing. They're celebrating their 100-year anniversary. NHL is, and so they're counting down the top NHL players of all time. And the one they did this week was on, of course, my all-time favorite, Steve Yzerman. He was just a really cool. You can see like him getting drafted by the Detroit Red Wings, and it's amazing how when he first started as playing on the Red Wings, how he had to do everything. I mean, if you watch footage of him when he first started his career, it almost looks like he's a puck hog. Like he doesn't pass the puck. He does all these all skating around all over the rink. And it's not that he's being a puck hog. It's that he didn't have anybody really to help him out. So he had to be a one-man scoring player. But then as the years went by and he got guys in there to help him out, he could obviously pass the puck more and set guys up. But real cool video there. Check it out on the page there.
12 days officially before the Tigers start. I just read online here.
Nice. Another wrestling injury. Guy from TM61, superstar Shane Thorne. He's going to be out of action 7 to 9 months due to an injury.
Man.
Which they're a tag team that's on NXT right now, and they were up and coming pretty quick. So I think that's going to kind of hurt them there. This one I was really pumped up about. Michigan signs 5-star defensive tackle commit to Michigan over Alabama tackle Rasheem Gary.
They went into SEC country and nailed like a couple of guys, so
that's awesome. I love that. Oh wow, Derek Fisher, Los Angeles Laker great, might have lost all of his Laker championship rings in a home burglary.
Oh jeez. Yeah, so here is the new logo so far for those who... It's really... All they did was take out the black outline and add...
Gray. I kind of like the black better. I think it made it pop more.
Yeah, it's kind of... Not many people are happy about it. They were hoping that maybe they'd get much better uniforms this year.
The New England Patriots have won 24 playoff games since 2001. In that same span, it equals to the amount of playoff wins by these teams combined. The Chicago Bears, Cincinnati Bengals, the Browns, the Rams, the Buccaneers, Kansas City Royals, Dallas, Redskins, Miami, Jacksonville, the Lions, Houston, Raiders, Minnesota, and Tennessee. Which some of those teams I'm kind of like, have they even been in the playoffs?
Hey, XFL fans, tonight if you're watching ESPN,
Yep.
is going to be 30 for 30 special on the XFL Football League.
Oh, funny thing is, I did post the video clip of Seth Rollins getting brutally attacked by Samoa Joe.
Oh, I must have missed that one.
It's down the page a little ways. Let me see if I can repost it. I don't know if I can repost it or not.
No, that's fine. I mean, if it's there, they can find it.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal though. Which I'm curious. I really kind of want to sit there and watch it real closely and see if I can see where his.
Right, you want to break it down and see exactly where he got hurt at.
Which I bet if I sit here long enough and watch it, because right now it's just Samoa Joe throwing him up against the security walls, and he's not grabbing his knee or anything. Doesn't appear to be. Which I would think if he hurt his knee that badly, you would think he'd be like, oh, now he's standing up. Let me see if he's. Oh, they ended it. Shoot. I'll have to see if I can find it on YouTube or something. So, but I think that's all I have for you guys tonight.
Well, they had him walking out on crutches. He walked out on crutches, and then today was the day he actually got the damage report. So, it's kind of, I don't know, it's weird because, I mean, he's injured a few people himself, so now here he is getting, this is what, his second serious injury?
Yeah, both have been knee injuries. But I mean, in all reality, he does. It's not like he intentionally hurt people. Like for instance, like the injury to Steen. Steen flat out says that was Steen's fault. Steen messed that up himself.
Yeah, Steen took all the credit for that one. I don't think he wanted to see Seth go down for that, but from what I've got from this, a lot of wrestlers, some of them afraid to say, have said they don't want to wrestle him because he's a terrible wrestler. So, injury prone. And that doesn't work good. So,
yeah.
But another person I've heard that about is not so much for the injury piece, but as they said he's a control freak, is Sami Zayn.
Oh, really?
It's complete control of his matches.
Huh.
And a lot of people are starting to not like working with him because they don't like that he wants that much control.
Well, maybe that's why it's affecting his career, because it doesn't seem like... I mean, you look at Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens got pushed pretty good, but Sami Zayn seems like he's kind of reached a plateau and he's not going any further.
Right. They haven't done a whole lot with him.
So...
What is your thoughts on the oh shoot, what's his name? Oh, the heel turn of Dolph Ziggler.
I don't know. It seems like he recently has gone through a whole lot of character changes, I want to call them.
I think there's guys that can pull that off, and I think there are guys that can't pull that off. I feel like Neville has pulled it off okay. I don't really see Dolph Ziggler pulling this off too well.
No, I don't. I just feel like he keeps... Well, he needs to stick with one character. Like one attitude. He keeps changing his attitude. Like 1 second he's babyface and I busted my butt for this company for so long and blah, blah, blah.
I get no respect and blah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, and then they give him a championship match and he doesn't win. And so then he comes out and I think for a little while, didn't he have like a Stone Cold kind of an attitude?
Yep.
And now I feel like it's he's heel and now he's, I'm just going to, like he kicked Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah, yep.
He needs to stick with this jumping all over the place like this is I think that's hurting him more than helping him.
I agree. I just wanted to get your thoughts. I'd been thinking about that for a while and I kept forgetting to ask you, so I thought I'd just throw that in there real quick.
You do realize that we'll tie again this week.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yep. There was nothing on there worth risking a defeat to you over. So,
I would concur.
but anyway, we are 1 week away from another pay-per-view, guys. So,
Yep.
next week. This week, I think we're on track for getting our shoot done Sunday, right?
No, Super Bowl.
Oh, duh. Hello. Wow. That was just an ultimate brain fart.
I'm like, no, Tim, Super Bowl? That's probably not going to get over till probably midnight with everything.
What? What are we talking about here? What's going on this week?
Super Bowl, Tim.
Aye. All right, with that being said, everybody, have a great weekend. Get out there and enjoy some sports. Enjoy the Super Bowl wherever you might be watching it, from a friend's house, at a party, at a restaurant. Have some fun with it this weekend, folks, and we will see you again for the Late Shoot Monday, airing Tuesday. I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone.
And I'm Jamie, and as always, go blue.
Go Blue, and we will talk to you guys again real soon.